And you may not see videos about this, but I don't want it to feel like I'm bashing quad, but I'm just being real with y'all on what it has to offer and why I didn't choose it personally. Some people say that CHN is for bougie girls, but I don't know. I guess I'm bougie because I like CHN more. Hey beautiful people, my name is Peace and welcome back to my channel. So you're here because you probably just got accepted to Howard, or you want to go to Howard but you're trying to figure out how the living situation is going to be like. So I'm going to help you. Today's video, I'm going to go over the different housings that you can choose from as a freshman at the illustrious Howard University. So like I said, my name is Peace. I am a sophomore, even though degree work says I'm a junior. I'm a sophomore psychology major from Baltimore, Maryland, but I live in an off-campus apartment in DC. Definitely check out my apartment tour up there. So I'm gonna hop right into it and just basically go over the 4 to 5 different housing options for freshmen. Before we get started though, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. By liking, it shows that you like the video, and by subscribing, you want to see more of my face. By clicking the notification bell, you get notified every single time I post a video, and that's amazing. Also, I get a lot of comments and a lot of questions about people asking me, direct messaging me, saying, hey, Peace, I have a question about Howard, I have a question about Howard, I have a question about Howard. But y'all, I made a whole How to Survive Howard playlist. Like, I'm gonna link it up here and put it in the description box below. But y'all check that playlist out. I literally talked about everything I hate about Howard, everything I love about Howard, everything you should know before you come to Howard, how I got into Howard, what to do after you've been accepted to Howard, and now this video, how to choose housing at Howard. Y'all, come on, check out the playlist, send the playlist out to your friends. I wanna help y'all, but y'all just gonna click the playlist and help yourself, you feel me? But yeah, let's get started. So in today's video, I'm gonna go over the different housing for girls and guys. So I'm gonna go over Quad, CHN, Drew, and Cook. I'm also gonna go over Annex. I'm gonna go over the pros, the cons, what's different about them, why people choose certain ones, why I chose the one I chose, CHN, and so on and so forth. So stick around for that. I'm gonna go over how to actually apply for housing and how to navigate through housing. I'm also going to go over visitation and how that works, what it is, and all that good stuff. If you don't know, Howard has different options for housing. I'm going to go over the girls section first and then the boys section. I can put a timestamp right here so you can go skip to the boys section if you're a guy. For my ladies, there are 2 options for housing for us to choose from. There's the Quad and CHN. So Quad stands for the Harriet Tubman Quadrangle. Now, even though Quad means 4, there are 5 mini dorms in that dorm, if that makes sense. Alright, so those 5 mini dorms, and they're all connected as one, and they call themselves the Quadrangle. So I guess the Wrangle adds the extra 5. I don't even know, y'all. It doesn't make any sense to me either. So I have notes right here, and I really recommend you should write notes too, because that's what I did when I was trying to decide which housing to choose. By the way, I chose CHN. I personally enjoy CHN. I like CHN. There were some pros, there were some cons. I'm gonna go over in a minute. But for Quad, there are 5 different halls called Baldwin, Crandall, Fraser, Wheatley, and Truth. I'm gonna go over it. So for all of these dorms, if you're at a single, it'll automatically be more expensive because that's just you. But if you're double, a little bit, a few $100s cheaper. If you're a triple, it's a few $100s cheaper as well. What are the pros of Quad and why do people choose it? So the pros, number 1, the sisterhood. That's probably what you've probably heard about Quad, right? Oh, it's the sisterhood, the clicking is, okay, that's nice, that's fun and all dandy. During my freshman year, which was last year, Quad was getting renovated. So Quad is and was the oldest, but now it's a little bit more updated. There's a little bit more perks to it. So it's definitely better than the older videos that you've watched about Quad. And they fixed a few of their complaints. All the 5 halls, mini dorms in Quad, they're all connected. So if you live in Fraser or something and your friend is in Baltimore, you can kind of quickly get to her. And it's kind of nice. It has a lot of girls, a lot of girls. So keep that in mind. There is a kitchen at the basement of each hall. So like Fraser has a kitchen, Baldwin has a kitchen, and so on and so forth. And CHN does not have them. So that's nice. But you guys use keys, and I think that's important because CHN uses like key cards, and they took it away from me. They took it when I was moving out, but it's key cards. You just put it against it and it kind of beeps. It's a little bit more electronic and a little bit more up tech. So another pro about Quad is the doors stay open. So what does that mean? So like I said, CHN, they have electronic key cards, right? That's like this, you put it against it. Because of that, the battery only charges when the door is closed. So you can't leave your door open for a long amount of time. But because quad is older and they don't have that feature on their doors and they use keys, quad girls can open their door, which kind of fosters the sisterhood because your door is open, it's not closed to the world. You can be like, hey, y'all, I need something like that. But I mean, that can be a pro and a con because if the doors are open, it can be really loud and noisy. And I'm the kind of person I like to be by myself. I like to be, you know, I don't like to socialize like that. So that was another reason why I wasn't feeling the whole sisterhood and all that good stuff. But now, on to the cons, right? Quad does not have a gym. Now, Freshman 15 is a real thing. And I talked about that in one of my videos, so check out my playlist. But Freshman 15 is a real thing. And I knew that I wanted a gym to stay fit. Even though I did not go to the gym as often as I should, especially since the gym in CHN was on my floor and I walked past it every single day, I still wanted a gym. I thought it would motivate me. So quad does not have a gym. A lot of people in quad had to come to CHN and get checked in order to use the gym. And I had a few of my friends, like around 6:30 or 7:30 in the evenings, I would check them in from quad so they could use the gym. Now it's funny because I would check them in, but then I wouldn't go to the gym with them. Alright, now this is a big con. Communal bathrooms. Communal bathrooms means that you share a bathroom. You don't have a bathroom in your room. You share a bathroom with the whole hall. So there's a bathroom on this end and a bathroom on this end. So the bathrooms have like 3 to 4 stalls and they have different showers and stuff. But like, yo, I have 4 other people in my family. I've had to share bathrooms with them. We have like 2, 3 bathrooms. We still all share it. And sharing a bathroom with 4 other people was a lot. Let alone 40 in the whole hall. And girls are dirty. Yo, you would think girls are the cleanest because all the things that we go through, all the things our bodies go through. But girls are crazy dirty and I was not trying to deal with that. That was a big con for me. Like, no. So if you're not trying to deal with the communal bathroom, please don't choose quad. Please don't. Of course, the whole communal bathroom and stuff will foster the whole sister because if you're seeing someone looking a mess in a state of undress, you've seen someone in their towel and stuff, automatically you feel closer and cool with them, yes. But if that's not for you, please don't do it. Yeah, even though there are communal bathrooms, the bathrooms are clean daily, so they don't get too crazy. But at the same time, like, if they were just clean and someone else goes messes it up, it's like they don't get clean till the next day. So it's like, take with that as you will. Also, a big con, Lord, yo, quad goes crazy with this fire drills. There's literally like a fire drill every single night, sometimes several times a night. And they could have fixed it by now because this was last year, right? When we were last on campus. But like, yo, please, like, quad fire drills will be going off at 3 a.m. in the morning. You'll be dead asleep, but you have to get up. Some people don't even get up. But that's based on your ROA or however it works. I'm not even sure. But like, sometimes I'll be up in CHN, maybe in my room or something. I can hear the quad fire drill. Y'all, please, if you're not ready for this, Lord. Now, the fire alarm in CHN is sensitive, but for some reason, the ones in quad are just like, go over this. I don't even know, y'all. I can't even say that it's because people don't know how to cook because, like, the hours don't be adding up. Like, you should not be even cooking that long. It's just, it doesn't make sense, y'all. So if those fire drills that wake you up and keep you awake are not for you, don't choose quad. If you're a light sleeper, please don't choose quad. If you like your peace and quiet, please don't choose quad. Another thing I didn't like about quad was that I saw that their tables, like their desk, was just like a normal desk. But the one in CHN, it's a desk, but it has a drawer in this compartment. It has 3 more drawers here. I'm trying to find a video, right? A drawer here, 3 more drawers here. It had like a upper section right here as well. Like the tables and the desk and the reading section in the room that you provided with is much more in CHN. Like quad was just, they just give y'all a table and just say here. Now, keep in mind that this was last year, so it could be different now, but I doubt it. Howard can be very cheap sometimes. But you never know. They do get a lot of donations, and maybe they're finally using those donations to good use. Who knows? But also, a big thing was that the rooms in quad don't have carpet. Like, it's is it wood? I'm not even sure what kind of floor it is, but it doesn't have carpet. And I'm someone who gets cold crazy easy. And like, if the floors are cold, that means I have to wear socks on the whole day. And that's not cute. Another con of quad is that they had rats. But wait, let me explain. Now, you may not see videos about this, but last year, when they were still renovating quad, like, Lord have mercy. When they were still renovating quad, because it's an open renovation, they're still renovating, so things are open, rats will get into one of those dorms, those mini dorms. I think it was, I'm not sure which one of those dorms it was, but one of those dorms, and like rats will go and eat their food and just mess up everywhere. And that's not, that may have changed because they're done renovating by now, right? So that could have changed. But like back then, we will see people complaining about the rats eating their stuff. Alright, so I don't want to feel like I'm bashing quad, but I'm just being real with y'all on what it has to offer and why I didn't choose it personally. Okay, so now CHN. CHN is my baby. I was only there for half a semester before we had to pack our bags and go back home because of this whole pandemic. But CHN is also called College Hall North, and I do not have a moving vlog or anything up with that because I didn't do YouTube back then. But it's okay. I do have a moving vlog from my apartment, right? An empty apartment tour. So definitely check that out though, all right? To satiate your thirst. You feel me? So College Hall North is this big old glass building that looks like a hotel. It is so nice. Like, it's literally like a mini hotel. Now, College Hall North, because they have a lot more amenities and they're newer and they're fancier, it is a bit more pricier, right? It is a few more $100 pricier than a double in quad. But I mean, I believe it's worth it. But let me go over the pros and the cons for y'all. The pros, the gym. We get a gym. Quad doesn't. Bathrooms. So like I said, for quad, they have communal bathrooms where like you gotta share 2 bathrooms with 40 plus people. But for CHN, I only have to share a bathroom with my roommate. No, I just pray that you get a good and nice and clean roommate. Better than that, like just one person, sign me up. And that's why I did sign up. Also, CHN has really nice lounges. Quad has relatively nice lounges as well, but CHN is like, yeah, they have really nice and fancy, got a TV and everything. Yeah, quad, yeah, CHN is really it, like. Oh, CHN also has study rooms. Now, yo, I'm the kind of person that I don't like going out of my room or going out of my dorm to go to like the library to study. I like to do it like in one place. I don't have to move too much. But in my room, I can fall asleep. So them having study lounges is so amazing. Like, and it's so nice and neat and clean, and it's amazing. We also have meetings, like RA meetings in the lounges. We also have different activities and stuff. The lounges are beautiful. What else does CHN has to offer? It does have a tech center. So on the first floor, there's a place you can go, a computer and a printer for you to print your stuff out. I don't hear or see quad having that, y'all. CHN is also closer to NX. Now, CHN and quad are relatively closer. This is CHN, this is quad. They're relatively close, but like, if this is CHN, NX is like literally right here. So it's like crazy closer, and that's the cafe, by the way. So it's, you want to eat something real quick, just jog down to NX and you good. CHN is also cleaner. There are no rats. So CHN is just pristine. It's nice. It's sweet. Some people say that CHN is for bougie girls, but I don't know. I guess I'm bougie because I like CHN more. I'm going to be honest with y'all, right? So what are some cons? I guess not really a con, but like there's not really the quote-unquote sisterhood like crazy because we have to close our doors. I can't really explain it, but the sisterhood is not really there. Of course, I was cool with a few of the girls, like maybe like half of the girls in my hall because I was like a floor rep. So I was kind of like being in charge of my floor and stuff. So I was cool with a lot of the girls in the hall, but like, I don't know. The sisterhood wasn't there. I felt like it was a high and by situation. It wasn't all of that. We could have definitely worked on that. But I'm a low-key person as it is, so I wasn't really hurt. It's okay. Also, the sisterhood is what you make of it. If you go out of your way and go make friends and be cool with people and go to like the hall meetings and stuff, you would definitely make friends. So it's what you make of it, all right? We don't really have a kitchen, but I mean, there is a kitchen on the first floor, but like, I don't think we have access to it. It's like all the, you know, the RAs and stuff. The con was like doors being closed to charge the batteries, which doesn't really foster the whole sisterhood. Another con is that during my year, we were struggling with hot water. This is the only really big con. Now, I'm the kind of person that I don't like to be cold in any way, shape, or form. The water would be ice cold. Now, keep in mind, they could have already fixed this for y'all, right? Whenever y'all are seeing this. But the water was ice cold. There'll be some days you literally have to time your showers. Like, I'll be like, okay, I'm not gonna shower at 7 a.m. because that's when a lot of people are waking up for the 8 a.m. I'll shower at 3 when other people are sleeping, so they're not using the water. For the most part, that would work. Sometimes it wouldn't. Now, I don't understand why there's an issue with the water situation, because this is 4th Street. This is Quad, this is CHN, and this is Annex. But for some reason, CHN was the only one who was getting affected by the cold water situation. Why? I do not know. Keep that in mind. I hope they should have fixed it by now, but I don't know. Call them and ask, I guess, if they'll be truthful to you. Like I said, CHN has the cards of scan. So CHN has a laundry on just one level. So all 7 floors of CHN have to use that one laundry, and it can be a lot, especially since people can't wash their clothes. Check out my video on everything I hate about Howard University. I rented more about it on there. So now, for the men's. So I don't know a lot of information about the men's section and the men housing. You can definitely check out some Howard male YouTubers to learn more information about it. But essentially, Drew is kind of like the equivalent of Quad. So Drew has the communal showers. So like, you know, a shower in each end of the hall, and you know, you gotta shower with the whole hall. That's that. For Cook, that's the other one. It's kind of like the equivalent of CHN. So Cook is more suite style. So like you have a shower in your room. Just gotta, you know, a little bit bougie, a little nice and clean. I like that. But I did hear that Cook was going to be co-ed. I don't know if it's because Howard extended a lot of people or because of this whole thing. Keep that in mind. So I also want to go over Annex. Annex is a co-ed. It can be an underclassman or upperclassman dorm, but let me tell you what it has to offer. So it's typically suite style, so you do have a bathroom in your room, just like CHN. But for Annex rooms, it normally houses between 4 and 5 people. So there are 2 rooms, maybe 3. So like one of the room will be a single, another room would be like a double, the third room would be like a double, and then you just share a room. You share the room with your roommate. Also, there's an open space between all the 3 rooms where there's like a lounge area, there's a chill area that where all 5 of y'all can chill. Annex has keys just like Quad. Some of the pros and cons of Annex. So the pros, Annex is the cheapest for the double because Annex is kind of old. They do have a few of their own kinks and quirks to work out, but they're the cheapest. Cheaper than CHN, most definitely. Cheaper than Quad as well. For Annex, there's a laundry on each floor. They also have kitchen on each floor. Annex is very spacious because they have a little crawl space, they have a little area. It's more spacious. It's definitely bigger. But at what cost? The cons. Annex is a little bit outdated and old. They get infested by rats a lot. And that's not like Quad where they only started getting infested because of the whole reconstruction and stuff. They have their troubles. They definitely do. They do have a gym, but the gym is old. People do use it, I believe. Yeah, I think so. People do use their gyms. Annex does not really have a sisterhood like Quad does. Why? Because Annex is kind of like the dumping ground where they put everyone. If you're a freshman and there's no more housing with the other 4, they put you in Annex. If you're a sophomore, no more housing, Annex. So on and so forth for the upperclassmen as well. So because everyone's different ages and different grades and different levels, I've heard, and there are people when a freshman will be placed with a junior and stuff, so automatically there's that little break right there. There's not really a sisterhood like there would be at Quad. Yeah, Annex is co-ed and mostly upperclassmen. So I want to talk more about the whole process of choosing housing and visitation, which you've probably heard about. Okay, so for housing, you choose housing on a website called StarRez. In StarRez, you're gonna pick your housing and your roommates. Be specific about what you want in your roommate search, because y'all, I had an awful experience with my roommate, and Howard's not gonna give you precisely what you want, but at least you can go on record and say that you did it. Request your housing. Howard may or may not answer it. I chose CHN because I did everything on time, which I talked about in one of my videos. I did everything on time. Howard had no choice but to give me my housing, but that's not always the case. Some people wanted CHN and got Quad. Some people wanted Quad and got CHN. Howard. That's the answer. So when you are filling out your housing, be sure to state what you like and what you don't like. Be sure to state how clean you are. Be sure to state whether or not you want to share your stuff with your roommate. Be sure to state the temperature that you want. Be sure to state how you want to share items. Be sure to state how you want to communicate when things go wrong. And if for some reason you don't like your roommate, you can always room swap. I think it's sometime after Labor Day. You can always swap a room and find a new roommate. The only thing is that all 4 parties have to agree. So if you and your roommate want to swap with person C and D, but like person D doesn't want to swap, it's not going to work. You have to agree. Your roommate has to agree. Person C and person D have to agree, and then you can swap. I really want you guys to take the roommate contract and the roommate search very important, because your roommates that you're stuck with can make or break your freshman year. And my roommate almost broke it, not gonna lie. Maybe I'll have a story time one time. Drop it down below if you want a story time. But yo, yo, state precisely what you want. The rules, how you want the bathroom to be, how you want the cleaning situation to be, like everything you want, state it. How you want the guest, how you want the sleep situation, the temperature, like every single thing, state it out loud and write it down and sign it. If you have a medical condition, state that as well. Like literally write anything down that affects how you sleep and how you live. Write it down, because that's gonna affect your roommate as well, 9 times out of 10. Keep in mind that they do not know you, all right? So like, talk, communicate. So now, I want to talk about visitation. So what is visitation? Visitation is Howard and a few other HBCUs' annoying way of restricting their students. Yeah. So essentially, Howard thinks we're children and they want to coddle us, especially limit us, however you want to say it. So there are specific times when you can have guests over. For Sunday to Thursday, you can have guests over from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. That's midnight, right? Only 12 hours. That's when you can have guests. When the time clicks, they gotta get out. If they don't get out, they can get fined, they can get in trouble. They gotta get out. For the weekend, Friday and Saturday, you can have guests from 12 p.m. again to 2 a.m. So no, you can't have your boo and be calling with them at 5 a.m. No. It's just that's not gonna work. I'm sorry. Maybe y'all can go to a hotel for the night or something, but like, it's not gonna work. So how exactly do you check them in? So basically, when you walk up to the concierge in whatever dorm you live in, you give them your ID, say your room number, and then your guest gives the concierge his or her ID as well. They take both your IDs, and then you go up to your room. So when you're done doing whatever you want to do, or hanging out with your friend or your boo, you come back to get your ID, get your and your friend's ID, and then you can leave. By taking your ID, that's how they keep track of who is still in the building. Because if they still have your ID, they know you gotta be up there, because you're not gonna leave without your ID, right? So as you become a sophomore and junior and senior and all that, you do have options for 24-hour visitation. It's not as strict, but like, if you don't want that, just get an apartment, off-campus apartment. That's where I am right now, like my off-campus apartment. Check out my tour. I'm gonna list it down here and up here. Get an off-campus apartment, do your thing. No one can stop you. If you want to come in here at 5 a.m., if you want to bring your boo over at 5 a.m., who gonna check you? There's none of that. That's all I have for today. If you have any more questions, please drop them down below. You can DM me on IG, but I actually prefer dropping it down here, because I'm able to help you, but also somebody else who comes across my page. Be sure to send this link out to all your friends who wants to come to Howard, who are trying to decide which is the best dorm. I recommend CHN because who I am and what I like. But if something I said doesn't really matter to you, or it's not a big deal to you, go ahead, do you. But yes, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell to get notified when I put out a new video. Drop a house emoji in the description box if you made it this far, so I know that you're a real one. Be sure to check out my Howard Survival Guide playlist for more information on how to survive and thrive at Howard. But yes, y'all, until next time, peace out.